All right, a rough reminder this week of the inherent risk in sports teams, athletes, even celebrities endorsing crypto. As we've reported here, Voyager Digital declared Chapter 11, and the bankruptcy is being felt by the Dallas Mavericks fans who are aiming their frustration at the team owner, Mark Cuban. You might know him from Shark Tank. Last year, the team announced a 5-year partnership with Voyager, giving fans a $100 reward to trade crypto on Voyager if they deposited $100 and trade.
I actually was surprised to see that even this billionaire, Mark Cuban, would fall prey, would fall victim to Voyager, right? So this is an insider, a billionaire who has access to information that we, the regular people, do not have at our disposal. And him, making a 5-year deal with Voyager, I don't know. He didn't see it coming, and I think the truth is a lot of people did not see it coming. With Three Arrow, with Celsius, and with Voyager, these seemingly solid companies have, fallen under, have gone belly up in Chapter 11, and unfortunately, because I think all of them or some of them, even because they're not FDIC insured, most likely people will lose hundreds of thousands of dollars and some of them even millions of dollars. But going back to Mark Cuban, he is a well-known shark on Shark Tank and a billionaire. But for him not to see this, if he would have seen it, that Mark Cuban would not have invested in this company nor promoted this company to the people in the arena. But as individuals, you have to do your own research. But at the same time, how much research could you have done? Because no one really saw that these companies, seemingly solid companies, could have gone under. I'm sure he's feeling it as well. I don't hear him talking much about it, but I was kind of surprised to see his name attached to Voyager as someone who struck a 5-year deal with them. So let's continue to see what else they have to say.
Traded just $10. Cuban at the time called it a unique opportunity. Rochelle, it may be an opportunity to never see their money again. Now, Mark Cuban's a smart guy, and he certainly didn't intend for this. But again, it's a reminder, and we talked about this in context of the Super Bowl and all those celebs doing crypto ads. It comes with a serious risk.
And I feel like this one takes a particular hit because unlike, say, if you're just an actor, but if you're known for being a businessman, you're known for being on Shark Tank, for making some of these shrewd business decisions, and you're a team owner, I think there's a higher level of expectation when you're sort of purporting something like one of these crypto exchanges, one of these crypto platforms. So obviously a lot of people bought into this. A lot of people follow him. They admire his business acumen. I mean, obviously this is something that a lot of people couldn't have foreseen.
And I do agree with her because, Mark Cuban, like I said, he's very popular and people knows him. So therefore, what he does carry a lot of weight. And yeah, it's rightly so that people would criticize him because you have to be a lot more careful than that. But then again, how careful can you really be? Because no one could have seen this happen.
Necessarily. We did see some issues arising when we saw with Celsius. We wondered what some of the other dominoes that were going to fall. Really unfortunate, but obviously we're still seeing people still trying to get in these NFT spaces. This fear of missing out really driving this though. But we are seeing a lot of declines in the value of these NFTs themselves.
Yeah, dramatic declines. I mean, it is remarkable what's happened in recent months as the prices have just flat out collapsed. And there's Voyager Digital, and you can see their collapse there on the screen. But look, I think it just the reminder is buyer beware. Someone like Mark Cuban, who is a tech investor, a billionaire, ought to be more clear about the risks of people investing. He certainly knows what they are. But those NFT prices collapsing brings up a question because an interesting number put out that 60% of people invest in NFTs for one reason, and that's to make money. It's not because they enjoy collecting NFTs.
Now, on the issue of NFTs, right? I like Gary Vaynerchuk. He mentioned that 99% of these NFT projects will fail. People buy these things not to really collect them, but to find out how to make money off of them. So, like I said, you have to really be careful what people are selling you, what you see on TV, what's the real motive behind these things that are being promoted. So, as they say, there's a full born every minute.
NFTs or they're passionate for them, They do it to make money. For NFTs to survive, Rochelle, are they going to need an entirely different reason?
I mean, I think much like when crypto and Bitcoin and other things first started, and people were like, this is going to be a currency. It may be a case of seeing NFTs as something a little bit different. It might be if it's something specific, something that's very collectible. Like I believe they started with art at first, then it became sort of sports moments, things that might actually have some value in the future. But if it's some art that can be photocopied or shared widely, or perhaps hacked, as we've seen that also happen with some of these NFTs as well, getting copied and stolen. I think people just really aren't taking enough care to sort of do their homework with these things. Don't just jump on the bandwagon. You really do have to do your homework.
Well, we've
Like you said, do your homework. Don't just jump on the bandwagon.
seen art go through the roof in recent months. In fact, probably the last 6 months to a year. But that's not driven by, presumably, people wanting to make money. It's been driven by people wanting to sink their cash into something that won't lose money, and certainly a passion for art is underneath it. Sports cards we've seen. I think the latest was Logan Paul put down $5 million for a Pokemon card. But are they doing it to make money, or are they doing it because they have passion behind that product? And again, we're going to need a real practical use for NFTs for those values to go anywhere near where they were.
It's true. Not seeing that yet, but I guess you never know.